Sure. I'll be starting momentarily. Is everybody ready to go? Does anyone need any additional time? Okay. My name is Sergeant Michael, M-I-C-H-A-E-L, Andraychak, A-N-D-R-A-Y-C-H-A-K, Public Information Officer for the San Francisco Police. This morning at about 10:30 a.m., San Francisco police officers responded to a report of a robbery and a carjacking on the 1800 block of 23rd Street in San Francisco. A white van belonging to the California State Lottery was stolen in this carjacking. The female lottery victim was assaulted and she sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Another vehicle was seen at the scene. It was described as a gold SUV, and we believe at this time that it was also involved in the robbery. Those two vehicles were seen caravanning or traveling together down streets in the Bayview district. Those vehicles then split up. One group of officers stopped the van near Ingalls and Gilman Street. The occupants of one group of officers stopped the gold SUV at Ingalls and Gilman Street, and those subjects in the van were detained, and they're part of an ongoing investigation. The suspect in the white lottery van continued into the Alice Griffith housing projects over my right shoulder, and that vehicle stopped at Griffith and Fitzgerald Street. The suspect exited the vehicle. An officer-involved shooting occurred. That suspect was transported by ambulance to San Francisco General Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. This is an active and ongoing investigation. It's very early on in the stages, so we appreciate your patience and your cooperation. At this time, the body-worn cameras that the officers are wearing have been retrieved. They've been secured and they will be reviewed later for evidence. We're also canvassing the area both of the robbery and here at the termination point of the pursuit and the officer-involved shooting for potential video evidence. As with any officer-involved shooting, this matter is being investigated by the Police Department's Homicide Detail, separate investigation by the San Francisco District Attorney's Office, the Department of Police Accountability, the Internal Affairs Division of the San Francisco Police Department, as well as the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. If we have any additional updates later today, we will push those out to you. At this point, however, I do not anticipate any updates today. Again, this is still very early on in the investigation. And as per our policy, we will hold a town hall within 10 days of today's incident, and that information will be released sometime next week.
What was in the van?
I have not had an opportunity to see into the van. It's part of an active crime scene. The crime scene is being processed. There were a lot of material in the back of the van. When I saw the van, the tailgate was open and it was loaded with different items. I have no idea what was inside the van.
What's the status of the victim?
The carjacking victim?
The person who was shot.
The person was taken to San Francisco General Hospital and pronounced deceased.
Was he armed?
It's part of the investigation. It's much too early at this time to comment on the evidence at the scene. Crime scene investigators are still going over the crime scene and photographing and collecting evidence. The officers that were involved have yet to be interviewed.
Can you verify the victim sustained a
3 to 4 occupants in the gold SUV. This is all preliminary investigation. That's what I have at this time.
Can you verify
any officers injured?
At this point, no officers have been injured.
Can you verify he sustained a gunshot wound to the head?
I cannot. All I know is that the suspect driver of the lottery van that was stolen was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased.
What caused the gunshot through the San Francisco police officer vehicle? Was the suspect shooting at the officer?
So, again, this is very early on in the investigation. I don't have that level of details. Most of you saw maybe from the helicopter video that a window was shattered on a police car. But again, we don't have those level of details at this time. That'll be forthcoming, probably more so at the town hall within 10 days.
How many officers fired their weapons?
Was one of them from here?
I don't have any information on the suspect at this time. Again, that's still part of the ongoing investigation. The medical examiner will have to confirm the identity of the deceased, and then we'll begin the investigation to determine who he was, what his criminal background was, who his associates are, if we can connect him to the vehicle that was also seen, the gold-colored SUV, that type of thing. At this point, we know that at least one round was fired from the police, and I think we'll get into the
I'm sorry, did you say from the police or at the
Correct,
police?
from the police. There's an officer-involved shooting, so we're confirming that information for you. Randy?
Yeah, can you talk about the moving parts of this investigation? We've seen a lot of different officer-involved shootings with your department in the past. It looks like there's different procedures that have taken place. You guys have met together. Can you talk a little bit about those moving parts with your 21st century policing and transparency with the community and the people?
Well, we're as transparent as we can be, given that this is an active and ongoing investigation. Again, we're in very, very early stages. This just happened a few hours ago. The department is investigating. The homicide detail currently investigates. The district attorney's office conducts a separate criminal investigation into the shooting. The internal affairs will do an investigation into the department policy.